So yeah, basically what I did is I have yung onboarding exercise that we have in the BE side, the GraphQL, and I made a Dockerfile on it. Then also just this morning, I asked help from Lars and John Wade to make application for it. Just the login part. So yeah, I've previewed the images because it will take some time, but I will walk you through each Dockerfile. So yeah, first is in the repository is you must have basically two files. First is this Docker ignore. It's just the same with the git ignore. So when you do the Docker build command, so these files will be ignored and it will not be copied to the image. Yeah, and next is this one, the main file, the Docker file. So yeah, I'll just go to each line. Yeah, so the first line is the from. This is your base image that your image will use. So this one is I used Node for version 14 Alpine version. So you can, here's my Chrome. So you can visit here Docker Hub, and you can choose which image that your application will need. Example here. Then here in the tags version, the tags tab, so you can select the version that you need. There are many tags here. Here's the latest version. So I just use the 14 Alpine. So I choose also the Alpine because it is a small version compared to just the 14 because it uses the Ubuntu base image. So yeah, the next is the working directory. You can specify the working directory by using this line. So you can choose any path you want in the image here. So I just use this one. User source app. You can specify anything you want. So next is the copy command. So what does with that? It will copy the files here. This is the first parameter. There are two parameters. So the first one is the file you want to copy. For example, the package JSON. Then if you just put that here, it means that it will copy this file to the working directory. But you can specify if you want to copy to other paths like OPT, like that. So next is the run command. So basically the run command is it will run a command that you specify here in the next here. So this line will just do the APK update inside the container. The next is the npm CI. Yeah, we can now install because we have our package JSON. But you can do this one. But this command will copy everything to the working directory. That's what it does. I just do it like this. So after the npm install, it will copy all these files in the GraphQL to the working directory. Then npm run build. So I have a script here. This one, run build. Then this arg is the difference between arg and environment is the arg is what you will use during the building of the image, while the env is during the run part. The runtime. This is the build time and runtime. Yeah. So I have one argument here, build port. Then we will pass the value to be the default value of the port environment. Then we will expose the port. So yeah, we will see this in action later. Here this part, the Docker compose. Then the last command is the TCMD is the command. So we will just do the npm start. So yeah, that's the API part. The app part is almost the same. I just change this one. This one. Here in the entry point is this executable. So the parameter is you must pass an executable here. So here I made just a shell script, which is this one, start server, then basic npm start. So this one I copied the start server in the bin in the path. So when the image will run this command, so it will just run this shell file. So just npm start also. So yeah, so let's try to build it manually first. So will you? So we will go to the basic commands of the Docker. So first is we will check the consumption of the Docker in our system. So we'll do Docker system df. So it will show the the storage that it has taken up in your unit. So you must check this one if you're working mainly with Docker, because it will blow up and it will eat your resources, your storage. So you must clean this up. So to clean everything, you need, yeah, we will do that one. So next is the Docker PS. So it will list the Docker, the containers running in your local machine. If you pass the -a command, it will also, right now is I don't have any containers, that's not running. So when you pass this all, /all, it will also display the containers that are not running. So next is the Docker images. So yeah, when we build our Dockerfile, so it will create a Docker image. So this is the session. Yeah, session API. That's what I've named here in the Docker Compose. Yeah, we will go to that one. So these are the Docker images that we have built. So also the base image that we use in our Compose, in our Dockerfile. So here's the node, which is this one, and this one. Then we have Mongo here for for Mongo. This one in our Docker Compose. So next is the Docker network. So here in the Docker Compose, when you will not specify this one, the network, so it will automatically create a network on itself. Yeah, I don't like that one. So yeah, when I do Docker Compose, I always put network here, because yeah, you will have many networks here every time you run Docker Compose. So next is the Docker volume. So yeah, these are the volume. Volume is that's what you will use when you want to persist your data. So example here, I have a MongoDB. So if I want to persist its data, so I'll just specify a volume here, like that, volumes. Then sample here data. Then the data inside the container that I want to persist, where you can check in the Docker Hub. So volume is important because when you when you destroy your container, for example, you have a database container, when you destroy it and also delete its container, unless you will not delete the volume when you up your container, the data will persist. So if you don't specify your volume, the data in your database will also be deleted. Okay, that's the volume. So next is the how to remove. For example, PS. So I want to remove this one, the Mongo. So right now so let's stop this one, the Mongo. So Docker stop, then specify the container name, Mongo. So when I do Docker PS again, it's not showing. When -a, this one, stop. So to remove the Mongo entirely, so Docker rm, then Mongo. That one. The next is how to show the logs. So just do Docker logs, then the name of the container, sample API. here. Then you can do -F if you want to follow. Then tail if you want to start, for example, in the line 50,000 like that. If you have many logs, you can do that one. Then yeah, it's almost the same. Example, Docker images. So we want to delete this Mongo image. So just do Docker image rm. Then the name of the image, say Mongo. So I mean this one. When you do the Docker image rm, you must specify also the tag. So I guess that one. Yeah, the tag also. So yeah, and it's but you can also delete using this one, the first three of the image ID. So yeah, we can't delete anymore because there's no, these are running containers. Yeah, also we can delete by force, even we don't stop it. So Docker, just that Docker rm sample API, then force. So it's not here anymore. Then back to the Docker images, Docker image rm. Then we will just use these first three letters, 61B. So yeah, that's the deletion part. So next is how to inspect. I mean, to get the details of the container. Let's do the purpose again. So to get details from the, I will switch to the terminal. So yeah, so Docker PS. So Docker inspect, then some pull up. Here you will get the details of the container. Yeah, the most important here, I mean for me, or yeah, here's this one, the network settings, because you can get each container can talk to each other if you don't specify the network, like what I did here in the Docker Compose. This one, the network mode. So you must specify, example, this one I will remove the Mongo service from the network. So my API can connect to the Mongo because it's not in the same network. So yeah, that's it. So let's build now again. So we deleted the API. So let's build it. So to build the API, I mean the Dockerfile here. So let's run the command Docker build. Then period for the, because I'm in the current directory, but you can do the, I mean let's check the help first. Yeah, you can specify the F for this flag to specify which Dockerfile you want to build. So yeah, I'm in the directory, so I'll just do that one. Then tag, we will put a tag upon build to just do API. Then there is one. This tag will be the one will reflect in the Docker image. Docker images. This one. So we'll have up here directory, then 001 as the tag. Then yeah, we have build argument here, which is the build port. So we will do build arg. Then the name of the argument build port. Then the value. So we want our API to expose in this port, say sample 4,000 selected. So you don't have to specify the env because this is build time. During the Docker run command bucket, that's the runtime. So you specify this one. So yeah, I guess that's it. So let's run. So I guess it will take some time. So yeah, let's ask for questions while it's building. So yeah, you have questions right now. Please. So yeah, let's wait now. Yeah, while it's building na lang is, let's go na lang muna sa Docker Compose. So yeah, Docker Compose is mainly simplifies what we do in the Docker file. I mean the command. So we will do Docker build or something like that, or Docker run. So it will simplify using it will be simplified using the Docker Compose. So yeah, nabilo pa. So here that's our API running. I mean our big image. So to run this, I mean to run that command, I mean the API. Let's up first our Mongo. So what I did here is I just here in our Docker Compose, I up this service here, Mongo service. Yeah, let's just wait again because we have deleted it a while ago. Yeah, it's done. Yes, here our Mongo is running. So to run this image that we have built a while ago, let's just do Docker run, and then specify the port. So what's the 4,000 is 4,000. So the first value is what you want to expose in your I mean in the local side. For example, I want to access the API in the port 3000. Then the next after the colon is the port that the API is running inside the container. So yeah, in the build argument a while ago we specify it's 4,000, so it's 4,000 here. Even though in our code, here's the code. Yeah, there's a default 5,000 here. Yeah, it will be override because in the build argument is to specify. I mean, here in the env, the port value is have the value of the build argument, so it will be overridden. I mean, yeah, based on our code, it uses the environment variable part. Okay. So next is you want to if you want to run it background in the background, so you will do detach minus d. So if you want to run it just in the terminal, if you want, so you want pass it the minus d. So we want to run it background, so detach. The next is environment. Oh yeah, let's get the IP of the Mongo first. So Docker. So inside the container, the Mongo container. I mean, yeah, it's running in this port. So we need this one for our Mongo URI. So next is in the environment. So we only need environment this one, the Mongo URI. I just copy this one. Mongo URI. Then the IP is this one. Then copy paste one. So that's for our database, which is this one. It uses the Mongo URI environment. And then right after that is we will specify, I mean the last, I mean our the last argument or what you call it, is you will specify the image that you will use. So we use this one, API. Then the tag is 001. So yeah, that's it. Let's run. Let me check. Yeah, that's it. So Docker PS. So let's do Docker logs. Oh, I didn't specify the name. I forgot the name. So let's delete it first. So Docker. So if you don't specify the name, it will just create random name. Yeah, I've read it somewhere. It's adjective, then a name of the hacker or scientist or a famous person. So that's the default name that it will create. So let's run again. So name, say API. Then yeah, I forgot also the network. It's bridge because our Mongo uses the bridge network. So what it is. Here's our API. So Docker, it's running in port 4000. Inside the container it's running port 4000, but we expose it in our local 3000. So let's check the browser. So yeah, here's our GraphQL. So when I will sign up, here to turn the token, then check the database. Here's the account. Yeah, it's connecting successfully. So yeah, that's it. Then next is we will we will simplify all using the Docker Compose YAML file. Let's delete all Docker simple. So this command will delete everything. Oh yeah, we didn't stop the container, so we are going to delete. So now let's do it first. So yeah, the volume won't be deleted by that, so you have to delete it manually. So Docker volume. So yeah, all the some Docker things are all deleted now in my local machine. So yeah, this is how you do a Docker Compose YAML file. Yeah, let's up this first because it will take some time. So let's do Docker Compose up. Docker Compose up, it will run in the background, and all the services that you have specified here, it will run. It will spawn a container. But if you want to specify the service that you want to run, yeah, I made a short script here. You can do this one, node build, then specify the service name. So right now we deleted it also. We just want to run all the services. So while it's building, we'll walk you through here. First is the version. Yeah, version 3. We use the latest. I guess it's still the latest version. Yeah, version 3. Then here the services is the services that we want to deploy to run. Then here's just a network. If you specify a volume here, you will add volumes here. If you use volumes, then and name of the volume here. But yeah, we didn't use volumes. We didn't put. So first is the app service. So in the build, called this build part. So it will take here. Let's compare it in the API because we use a build argument. So here in the build context here, in build part. So the context is where I'm in the directory that you want to build. So here in our app, so it uses the Next.js. Then in the API, it uses this directory. Then it will look for this file, the Docker file. So if you have multiple Docker files, you can specify like say dev or prod like that if you want. You have multiple Docker files in this directory. The next is the name of the container. Then it will restart unless it is stopped or or it will encounter an error. So that is what I've tried is this one, and also always yeah, you can, yes, try that one. So the next is the ports. Yeah, like I said earlier, this one is what you want to expose in your local machine, and this one is what port it is running inside the container. So yeah, our application is runs in 40,000. So yeah, and we expose it in our local machine as in port 80. The network mode is default, which is this one. Then this is the bridge. The next service is the API. So same in the app, but we have argument that we have put here, the build port. So I put build port, then the value of 3000. The next also container name, unless stuff. And this one depends on what it does. What it does is uh, unless this service is running, this application, I mean this service won't start. For example, if our MongoDB is as what call this, as errors, so this API won't start. That's the purpose of this. Depends on the services name, the service name. The next is the environment. So we specify here 40,000, then the Mongo URI. The network same, chooses the bridge. Then also next is the Mongo. If you don't have build, you can specify the image that you want to use. You can do it like this. Then port, then environment, then container name, and then it's just the same. So when you use Docker Compose, it's just simplify the commands that you want to Docker build and Docker run anymore. So it's all in this YAML file. So yeah, I guess it's running. Let me check the IP of the Mongo because yeah, we will change it. It's not the same. Next, so let's check. So our app is runs on port 80. So thanks to Sir Lars and generators as of this app. Yeah, it's running. So let's check the network. Yeah, we have registered a while ago. Let's just try again. Then RDB. Here we have only one data. This one. So this application just log in. So the email is this one. And let's try error password like this. So we didn't catch the error, but yeah, here in the response, invalid credentials. So let's try successful login. So yeah, it's successful login, then redirect to the home page. It's in page one now. So yeah, I guess that's it for the basic walkthrough of the Docker. Yeah, I also forgot. Yeah, I just remember it just a while ago. So there's the Docker Swarm. So Docker Swarm is basically orchestration of containers. So I mean, we didn't use it because we used Kubernetes here. And yeah, I personally I don't have any experience with Docker Swarm. So just by theory, that's what it does. It's just orchestration. So yeah, that's little info. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it, sir. Guys, you have questions?